gonna be a different year. This is not the place for fear. I've got a job to do.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, happy Monday. Alright, everyone put your eyes up on here on me. I can see you guys all have your computers open. That's great. You guys can turn your attention towards me. If you're online, would you go ahead and mute yourself while I just give some directions here to get started. Alright, ladies and gents. Today for us, we're going to finish Unit 1 today by taking our test on the literary elements. And really it's going to be throughout this week. You guys can see what your homework is. You guys, your job is to finish the literary elements test. Now, Justine, I wrote this. You will have time in class on Tuesday to work on it, so do not rush. Alright? You must use your notebook, and all of the answers are in your notebook. Every single answer comes right out of the notebook. Some of them word for word. Okay? Usually, I put the agenda for the week up here on our board, but I realized that wasn't working this year because other students aren't coming into our room. So I put the agenda for the week. I've decided I'm just going to add it to the blog from now on so you guys can see what we're going to be doing this week. So everyone on your screens, or just look up here, I want to cover the agenda so you guys can see exactly what we're doing this week. Alright, so this week today we are going to complete the test on the literary elements. That's the first thing that we're going to be doing. Tomorrow, we're going to finish the test if you guys don't finish it today. So again, if you do not finish today, Justina, you'll have the opportunity to finish either at home, but also you'll have time tomorrow to finish it, okay? Tomorrow, we will also begin to prepare for Unit 2. Alright, Unit 2 is not going to officially begin until right after Christmas break, but we have to take home a lot of materials, and we need to make sure we get all new packets. I want to make sure that everyone is prepared. So we're going to make sure that everybody gets new packets and materials that they need to take with them. So you guys, when we start Unit 2, you guys will have everything you need at home. Highlighters, colored pencils, scissors, glue, your packets, all that stuff. Okay, Wednesday will still be our support day, and I will be on, and you guys basically can be finishing up any past due assignments. One of the things that I'm going to do Monday and Tuesday, when you guys hand in your test, I will let you know what you still owe me if you owe me anything. So that way you guys can finish working on any past due work. Alright, Thursday, you can see you guys will be doing this from home. You folks will be doing it here with me. I'm going to give you some time actually on Thursday to do some test corrections. And then I'm going to be preparing Unit 2 for the B-Day students. Okay, so for you, Casey, when you come in on Thursday, and Parker, and Ariana, Michelle, Kaylin, Sophia, we're going to be preparing for Unit 2 here in school. Rylan, I'm going to be sending you a packet home. I probably won't send packets home until the following week, but you'll probably, Rylan, get packets over Christmas vacation. All right, because we will start Unit 2 on January 4th. And then on Friday, we're going to go over the test, and there's no new assignments on that day unless you owe me any work. So this is really, it's kind of a light week, all right, for you guys. It's an important week because it's a test week. You guys have to do well on your test. Are there any questions about the agenda? All right. So here, once again, is our interactive notebook. I've now labeled it here. This is our table of contents. It will remain digital up here for all to see. So you guys, if I tell you, hey, John, you still owe me page 10, you'll be able to easily check our table of contents and see which page that you owe, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, the literary elements test. First, I have passed out a word bank to each of you guys here in the class. So you guys have it. Unfortunately, for the people that are at home, you guys, I don't have a paper copy of the word bank, but there is a digital copy of the word bank for you guys, all right? Let's all go through this together to start. First, everybody, go to the Classworks tab in your Google Classroom, and click on the literary elements test. You guys can all do that right now. Are you already there?
Yeah.
John's already there. Frank, are you already there? Piper, are you there too? Dane? Yeah, you guys are all good. Alright, now, I'm going to go through the directions and then I'll click over to it. Okay, here are the directions, basically. Read each sentence and fill in the blank with the appropriate word from the bank. Each word in the word bank is only going to be used how many times? Once. So once you use it one time, that's it, it's done. So if you, let's say you use the word conflict on number 1, and you're going through your test and you get to another number, like number 7, and you're like, whoa, wait, that's conflict. One of those is maybe right and one of them is wrong. All right? So each word is only going to be used just once. Here's the deal. Make sure you guys use your word bank and that you spell everything correctly. Only answers that are spelled correctly will be counted as correct answer. The computer will mark all other answers as incorrect. So I repeat, make sure you spell your answers correctly. Alright? I've already put all the answers into the computer, so the answer key is already done. So if you try to type in the word conflict, and you spell it C-O-N-F-L-I-C-K, that's going to get marked wrong. Even if conflict is the right answer, it will get marked wrong because you spelled it wrong. The computer's only going to recognize correctly spelled answers. There's a couple of reasons why you should spell them all correctly. One, there's a word bank. So check and double check when you are typing in your answers. And then secondly, these are all in your notebook, and they should be spelled correctly in your notebook. Every single word. All right. And lastly, these are all key terms from Unit 1 that you should know, and that you should know how to spell. Okay? So, it may seem a little bit harsh, but you guys have to spell them correctly. So, check, Justina, double check, Piper, triple check, Jane, your answers to make sure that they spelled correctly. Alright? Of course, use your notebook. All of these answers come straight out of your notebook. I don't expect you guys to memorize everything from Unit 1. What I do expect is that you guys know how to use this as a tool. So, now that I've given you the directions, let's look here at the test together. I'm going to go over here to Mr. Trumbull's ELA. I'm going to click on the classwork tab. My screen's going to disappear. There it is. Literary elements test. Okay, if you look at the test, you will see there's the word bank. It's the exact same word bank right here that I just gave out to you guys. Alright, so the way that this works is, it is fill in the blank. That's what this is. So you would read the first question. The blank is the most exciting point in the story. Alright, and you would have to decide which word from the word bank would appropriately finish that sentence. Now, let me give you guys some tips, Justina. Before I answer this question, if I'm not exactly sure what the answer is, even if I am, alright, I'm going to read through the entire test first. And that's what I would encourage Piper, every one of you to do, is read through it first. The time and place of a literary work is called the blank. And listen, certain ones are going to pop out at you like, oh, that's an easy one. I know what that one is. Alright? And you'll be very easily able to come on back and put your answers in. For example, I think this one's a pretty easy one, because we spent so much time doing it with Freak the Mighty. The time and place of a literary work is called the what?
Setting.
The setting. Time and place, the when and the where. The time and the place. And here's the deal. Even if I know that it's setting, and I'm telling you one, that this is setting, number 2 is setting. I'm going to show you how we can take a problem like this, and I know in my brain, this has got to be setting. I'm not just going to type setting into number 2. 1, I'm going to confirm that it's a word in my word bank. Yep, it's right here, it's setting. I'm going to confirm its spelling. And then I'm also going to go to my notebook. And I'm going to open my notebook. Everybody open your notebook, and I want you to find the page that has setting on it. I want you guys to find the page that has setting. Because when you guys are taking this test, I should be hearing you flip back and forth, back and forth, back and forth constantly. All right, I'm on it. I found my notebook page for setting.
Page 12.
Don't shout it out yet. Give people a second. All right, John, what page did you find setting on?
Wow.
Setting was on page 12. If you haven't found it already, open to page 12. Look at the first bullet on page 12. Piper, read the first bullet on page 12.
The time and place of story.
See, that's what I mean. Word for word. This is not meant to be curveballs to you guys. This is meant to make sure that you are using your notebook. And in our graphic organizer, we highlighted the words time and place in pink highlighter. All right, this is what I mean about using your notebook. Some of these are going to require more thought than others. All right? And what I would expect, I would not tell you guys, do number 1, then do number 2, then do number 3. I would have you guys read through all of them kind of first. Just read through. Kind of read through and start thinking. Blank is the struggle between opposing forces or characters. All right? Read through the questions first. Then come back and tackle the ones that you feel strongly about. Like number 2, I felt really strongly, like I know what this one is. I know that one has got to be setting. And then come on back and do them. So unlike a lot of other tests where I would tell you, do number 1, then do number 2, then do number 3. With this test, I would tell you that's not a smart thing to do. Do the ones that you really feel strongly about. Answer those questions first. And then that's going to start eliminating some of the words from your word bank. All right? There are 20 of them, but they're all fill in the blank. Every single one is fill in the blank, and every single one comes straight out of your notebook, guys. All right? So now listen. Are there any questions about your literary elements test? You have the entire time today. It's almost a half an hour right now, almost a full half an hour. And then tomorrow, you saw the agenda. I'll give you time to finish up your test tomorrow as well. And then tomorrow, the only thing we're really doing is passing out a lot of materials and finishing our test. All right? So don't rush. Don't rush. Take your time. All right? Are there any questions for the virtual kids? And since this is a test, I'm not going to leave the online class running. Okay? You guys are good to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end this meeting because now you guys have your task. Your task is to use your notebook to take your test. So I'll be able to close our meeting. You guys will be able to work as long as you guys need to on the test. All right? Any questions from here? All right. Open your computers back up then. And as I said before, you guys here, just like John's got it, you guys have a word bank, a paper word bank. This word bank is the same. All right? It might not be in the exact same order, because on the computer I had to type them in a way that made them all kind of fit. But every word that's on here is on your computer word bank. All right. Good luck, guys. All right? Take your time. Make sure that it's quiet in the room as you guys work. All right, I'm going to close out the meeting now so everybody can work on their test in silence. All right, good luck, guys. Bye. See you tomorrow.